Welcome to this tutorial. Here I'm going to show you the functionalities of latest screen. As you can see in my iPad, we have a new icon defined for AquariumScape 3.0. Tap this icon and make sure you have a connection to the internet available, and then the application immediately starts reading the latest updates from our database. Well, I prepared this species here for showing up to you. One thing here that is new is now if you look at the last updates bar, if you tap the last updates text, it's gonna search and find the latest 50 species that I updated into the database. And now notice there is an icon, a thumbnail beside the names. This is something that our users asked, and we implemented that, and they are right, because sometimes it's very difficult to find the species only by looking at the scientific or the common name. And we hit back. We are again in the latest screen. Again, we have the new center icon on the right of the last updates bar, which is the very same as we had in version 2.0 and below. And here we place all the changes that we implemented within the database in details, what changed, what new photos we added, and so on. And then we can close it. Well, in the bottom right here we have a I information, a very small one, which are the credits. Well, it's not here only for the credits, it's also here for you to see the database size. So if we hit database size, it's going to show you how many species we have, how many photos we have, how many diseases we have documented inside our database. Just tap the upper right X button in the help window and you close it. And there is something new here, which is this I button in the up top. Now you hear the top left. Yeah, that's how we say that in English. If we type that, we see the hints for this screen, and all the information I have just told you is now here within the hints. So you can be guided through these hints whenever you have doubts. If you have any further doubts, please feel free to write to us, info@aquariumscape.com. We'll be very glad to help you and answer your questions. Let's suppose you want to refresh this screen. There is an up right button here. When you tap, it's gonna do the operation again and read the data again. Okay, if you look at the colors, now the colors are matching the iOS 7 themes, which are always based on white color. So we decided to do the same, to have this application with the very same appearing, very same cosmetic appearing in this case. And you can scroll up and down, as I said. And if you tap one of the species, let's tap this big one, which is the very last update, you're gonna see the photos, you're gonna see the information, as you saw in previous version, if you had already downloaded the previous version. But there's something new. Look at the very top. When we read the name Iphesobricon megalopterus, now we have Engelmann 1915, which is the cataloger. This is a new information that was not present in previous versions. And also there is a scientific name, extra scientific name, or extra, maybe it should be an old name. In this case, that was an older name for this very same species. That means if you go to search base screen and look for this older name, it will also hit Iphesobricon megalopterus. One thing else, the maps are different here. Yeah. There is new icons, better icons for this information. And then you have the same information you have before. But this screen was redesigned to match HTML5 standards. So now when you go to this button here and for instance you want to send an email, it will appear in a HTML5 formatted way, which is much better and in the standards today. I will delete, I won't send anything for the moment. Another feature you have here is now you can share the information. If you have iOS 6 or 7, you can share this information via Facebook, Twitter, or Weibo. Well, what exactly you can share? You can share the photo. Let's choose Facebook, for instance. And here we have the species, we have the family, we have the scientific name, we have our website, but you can change it, put in whatever you want here. It's not necessary, we just suggest this text. You can delete it, put it whatever you want, and then you hit post, and you have publish the photo right away. What is gonna publish is the photo, the species, and the scientific name. Now we cancel. We can also share the same with Twitter. So we have the very same concept as we have for Facebook, and the same as for Weibo. For Weibo, here I don't have it configured on in my iPad, but if you have it, you're gonna see the very same screen, and you will be able to share the information as well. One thing else here, if you hit the photos, you're gonna see the photo. If you just perform a single tap, you go to the next photo, or you can also use the cursors here, the buttons on the top here. You can also pinch in and out to zoom in and out the application. You can swipe your finger slightly in the photo, and you can also move the photo. And if you want the photo to go back to originals, just tap this button here, the target button. It will go to the restore the defaults. Also, the information here button will show you the photo license. One very important thing is we never publish photos without licensing. If it's a photo that comes from common medias, Wikimedia, for instance, it is also licensed with Creative Commons licensing, and we take extreme care to use the correct licensing that allows commercial licensing and etc. Also, many users and authors collaborate to us, and we will always put the credits in watermarked text inside the photo. So the photo will never be published or shared via Facebook without this watermarked important information. We take extreme care to put the credits to the correct authors. In this case, the author is myself, but there are many photos from other authors, and they are really credited by that. They need to be credited by that, and we take this extreme care. We never publish photos that we don't know the procedence of them. And as well, here we can send the photo as email, we can save the photo into photo album on the iPad device, or we can share the photo, and we can even print the photo. If you have an iPrint printer, you can do it. So if we go back to the information, and we go back to the latest screen. The very same is valid for the other species that are listed here. Thank you very much, and watch the other tutorials along this website, and that will help you how to use AquariumScape in a very effective way. Thank you.